As the sun shines brightly here in the East Coast Railway Stadium, we are up for day number 3 in this fantastic tournament called the 7th IDCA T20 National Championship. Exciting is to see the fact that the players are ready and running. They know every bit of what is required to be in this tournament to come good, because T20 World Cup nearby, and this World Cup, you will get some players will be selected for the T20 World Cup. Maybe 3 or 4 of them, if I'm not wrong, then that spot is still there. So these players will be fighting it out, wanting to win it for their side, along with thinking about going to cement your place in that T20 World Cup squad. So that's why it's important. Yes, ODCA, the Odisha Deaf Cricket Association, bringing everything from you, from this ground, and of course IDCA, and this is the 7th edition of it. They're excited about this being a tournament where they will find some exciting talents who can go on to play for the country and make our country proud. This is where IDCA has been really good, because they keep on pushing these players, talk about facilities, talk about everything that should be done for the people who are playing this game. It's fantastic. Yes, Bengal and Maharashtra are up against each other for this match. Remember what happened yesterday? Maharashtra came out of nowhere, tried their level best. It's a different thing that it sometimes can go in your way, sometimes it doesn't go in your way, but Bengal need a win here. First match didn't quite go in their way. So this is the first match, Bengal versus Maharashtra, and Bengal holding the bat. First match of any days, I can tell you. Whether it's the first day, second day, third day, whatever it is. Because it's only 9 or something around that, 9-7 to be precise, one thing is very sure, that early on, if you can put it in the right areas, as a bowler, you will get something out of this wicket. Doesn't matter how old it becomes. Interestingly, what Maharashtra has done here is that they have decided they will have one fielder at long on straight away. Ladies and gentlemen, the first ball of today's gameplay, and the captain has decided he will give the ball to a spinner, or maybe not a spinner, maybe a medium pace bowler. But what is exciting is to see that he has got a long on in place straight away, and a deep third as well. And looks like there is a left-hander batting, so not long on, it's long off. So 3 fielders inside the circle on the onside, 4 fielders inside the circle on the offside. There we go then. Everything to play for in this match for Bengal. They need a win to stay alive in this tournament. Umpire says it's time to go. And here goes the bowler with all in readiness. First ball. Straight away keeping it right, but what a good shot that is. What a start to this match. What a start to the day. Might not go to the boundary, but lovely looking shot. Pushed it on the back foot. The timing was as sweet as you can get. And more importantly, the confidence that you can see from the batsman is there from the very first ball itself. The idea is to find a perfect balance between the kind of bowling attack you have, because this wicket, if you are a good fast bowler, it has something for you. If you are a spinner, if you keep it in the right areas again, this wicket will not disappoint you. Second ball. Very full. He flicked it on the onside. That is a terrific shot. There we go then, the first boundary of the day in a lovely fashion. This is how he's done it. On the pads, he was ready for this one. From yesterday it seems. Just flicked it. Bit of Gautam Gambhir in that shot. Six runs straight away in two deliveries. Some intent from the batter. Bengal coming with a very different strategy today, trying to be very aggressive. Something that as a bowler you don't like, but that is cricket for you. Sometimes it can be very cruel, sometimes it just gives something extraordinary to you. Right then, for the right hander, we have a very different field. He has a square leg in place and a deep third, which are at the deep. Four fielders inside the circle on the offside, and look at the short cover there. In fact, the cover fielder, which is a lot wider than it actually should be. What is the plan? Is he going to bowl it way outside the off stump? Very full. If you want to do that, you don't have a protection on the offside. Let's see what the plan is. Very wide indeed. Trying to bring the ball back into the right hander. Good strategy this. Nicely bowled. And ladies and gentlemen, one thing is very sure about this tournament is that the kind of cricket we see here is very exciting, because normally you talk about cricket that normally is not that taken care of that well. We say that it's different, it's not of the same league, but look at these players, look at how fit they are, and running in and keeping it in the right areas. Hardly can feel any difference. Mind you, these are champions in every aspect of their life. And talking about pace, this is the lack of pace that coming in, and straight away a single. Good batting this. End of the first over, and looks like the fielder has done something to himself here, hurt himself. That's the last thing you want. It's a long tournament. You want to be very fit indeed. 9 runs on the board. They've not lost a wicket. First over is done. Oh, how's that? How's that? Just over the fielder's head. Just over the fielder's head. And the intention is very clear from the very first ball itself. They say, what is that first gear? What is the second gear? We'll go with a bike which only has fifth gear. Basically, it's not just about riding it. I think it's about flying too. And you got to fasten your seat belts, because when Subhakant and Indranil bats, you'll get wonderful results. Bengal has to come good in this match, and they know the importance of early runs. They know the importance of putting pressure straight away on the opposition, and that is why you can see that there is a sense of urgency. Subankar on strike. Has faced 2 deliveries so far. Missed the straight one. Up goes the finger. He was plumb in front, I could tell you. There we go. Then first wicket has gone down. Straightforward delivery. Hit it on the onside. In fact, he was trying to hit it on the onside. Didn't quite manage to do that. And has lost his wicket. The breakthrough has come, and it's Nadeem Sheikh who has provided the breakthrough. Exciting game of cricket continues. I told you earlier, this is not a tournament where bat dominates. The bowler has the chance to come back as well. Take a look at what has happened there. It was full. Look at the run up, steady run up there. And then a very full delivery. He did very much like across the line. He should have played that very straight. Probably towards mid-on, long on, like that. But he wanted to go to square leg. Paid the price. First wicket is done. It's 10 for 1. You have to be solid in defense when you know that your partner has just lost a wicket. Abhishek batting at number 3. Number 3 is still a very important position of the match. Important position in cricket for that matter. I mean, the term anchor is now gone out of the equation, especially when playing a match which consists of just 10 overs. How can you think of anchoring an innings? You have to go with full Monty from ball number 1 from both the sides. Looks like a solid batsman. Very different from the batsman who got out. Playing it straight, presenting the full pace of the bat, and good cricketing shot. No run though. Yes, so the thing about anchoring an innings has gone out of the equation now. But still, the man coming at number 3, especially inside 2 overs, can be a virtual opener, but also has a fair bit of idea about what the wicket is and how it behaves, because you are watching the other batters play. So that is why it still is a very, very important position in cricket. You see the greats of the game batting at number 3. You talk about Virat Kohli, you talk about players earlier as well. There was Kumar Sangakkara, Ricky Ponting, everyone just loved to bat at number 3. Brilliant shot for a single. Yeah, so the list just continues with Brian Lara, Rahul Dravid, Jack Callis for some matches as well. So many of them. In fact, the greatest of the cricketers to come to this earth batted at number 3 too. Donald Bradman. Such an important position. How's that for confidence from Nadim Sheikh? He said that I won't have any fielder apart from the third man outside the circle. So he thinks that this guy, Indranil, who's batting beautifully, is not going to go over the top. He hits it straight. That looks lovely. You can watch it all day. Take a note of that. Take a screenshot of that. Look at that. If you ever have to play a video package, you will put this shot as a thumbnail. $15 for 1, 2 overs. Very fine, very fine. It's running away. Pretty much a rolled. The fielder at third, fine, has done a tremendous job stopping the boundary. Now stop that, says the bowler. It won't be. It has gone for a boundary. It will be 5 runs. Meanwhile, it's time to just look at it once again. Way down the leg side, the sweep shot was on. Does it matter when you are getting 5 runs without the delivery being bowled? I'll take that any day. Something that you need to keep an eye on. Maharashtra. Baba Sahib bowling this over. 7 runs straight away. He has bowled only 1 delivery and has conceded 7 runs. Played it late for a single. That's another way of going about the business. They say in cricket, do all possible things early, but play the ball late. You watch the ball early, you pick the length early, you commit yourself. It's fine too, but play it late. And the best of the batters in the world, they do that. If you look at some of the greats of the game, they believe in the fact that playing the ball late helps. Anyone that comes to your mind, you know, the greats of the game, be it Steve Smith, be it Virat Kohli, be it Rohit Sharma, they all love to look at the ball till the last point. That's how you tend to get the best of the game. Indranil is playing some lovely shots. There's still a good debate about who looks better when they play the straight drive, they play the cover drive, the beautiful shots, whether it is the left-hander or it is the right-hander. That debate will continue. He's taken him on and taken him on gracefully. Does that bring you a 6? No, says the umpire first. Yes, a 6. So 7 runs from a delivery which will be bowled again. Full delivery. And he hit it in a direction where there was no fielder. This was cleverly done too. But confident was the batter on that occasion. 6 and a mighty blow, you have to say. 30-1 the score. And Baba Sahib losing the way now. Time for a free hit. You can also watch this match with the sign language, of course. Great initiative, of course, from IDCA, bringing everyone together. Equal opportunity in cricket, protecting the rights. Single. So free hit has not costed anything. Only a single. End of the over is 33-1. They've got a wicket here. And it's time to look at the replay. Yes, looks like it's a caught behind. Keeps it full, keeps it straight. In fact, slightly outside the off stump, forcing the batter to drive. No footwork whatsoever on that occasion. Wicket keeper did a fantastic job. And this is how Bengal has lost wicket number 2. Well, this is on the shorter side. And of course, misfield from the fielder first. And then exciting dive in the end to stop the boundary. So some great game of cricket going on. 48 for 3, 4.3. The run rate's looking good. Virat Gore is trying his best to keep the score down, but that was not to be there. Brilliantly fielded from the fielder though. Something that is a part and parcel of this kind of games, I can tell you. Exciting talents. Every time we use the word exciting, they bring up something around that. Chance of catching the fielder. Once again was trying to be brilliant on that occasion, but it was the batsman who got the 6. Yeah, around the onside, and the sweep shot comes in and gets a 6 from that. Wonderful, wonderful shot indeed. Subtrend, a single. In fact, misfield will come back for the second there. Run out chance too. Completed in style. Good running between the wicket. That shows the fitness. Yesterday I was talking a lot about how fit you should be to play this kind of game. Look at some brilliance on the field, but not so from the fielder. Completely missed it and gave another chance to the batter to come back for the second. 2 runs added. 1 extra run, you have to say. Sign language commentary is going on too. You can watch that on your screen. It's Mr. Manish Goyal, the treasurer of IDCA. Mr. Manish Goyal is providing that at this point in time to us. It looks like that's the end of this over. 58 for 2. Start of a fresh over. Behbab has been given the opportunity to bowl the 6th over. Bright sunshine now. Typical Bhubaneswar weather this. Bright sunshine, hot and humid. And these players are still fighting it out. Along the carpet, very stylishly played. On the back foot. That's what the coaches will tell you. That every time the ball is close to you, it is on the shorter side, but not that short. You can use your wrist to play it along the carpet. You really don't need to hit it in the air, because the 2 fielders outside the circle on the onside are exactly at that point, apart from long on. There is a deep mid wicket, there is a square leg in. So that shot should be very, the batsman should be very careful playing that shot. Play and a miss this time. The projected score says is 116. Can they get to that total? Can they get to that total? They have every chance of getting to the total. Fuller line delivery, wanted to hit it out of the park, didn't quite manage to get it. Wicketkeeper missed it and allows a single to be taken. Bye, says the umpire. Exciting and whatnot when you talk about this tournament in particular. The 7th edition of it has brought some lovely game of cricket. Coming to the wonderful state of Odisha for the first time. Oh, driven beautifully. There's a fielder. Only one run. Yes, so coming back to the fact that first time happening in a state called Odisha, of course, always has been a great host, and once again hosting such a beautiful tournament in one of the most beautiful grounds of Odisha, East Coast Railway Stadium. Witnessed some great matches in the history. Every time we talk about this, you talk about some Ranji matches, the OPL matches and whatnot played there. Outfield is lovely. You know, the wicket is nicely rolled. It's evenly poised. Whether you talk about this being an even contest between bat and ball, it is always there. And apart from that, of course, as always, you'll get energetic people, exciting people here in this part of the world. Something about energy here. Oh, Hell Street, that is very sweetly done. Maybe as sweet as if something you get in Pahado. Yeah, it's a famous place very close to the hearts of Odisha. Yeah, that is very sweetly done. Delicate and sweet. Much like as I just mentioned, the place in Bhubaneswar called Pahada, you get amazing sweets there, the Rasgulla. Nice way to end this over. 66 for 2 in 6 overs. Four overs to go, and Baba Sahib coming for the second over. Expensive first over. Let's see how he deals with this one. Just nicely played away for a single. 18 runs in that last over for Baba Sahib. Such an expensive over. The captain having trust in him. He's a very important member of the side, and that is why captain having that trust and giving that over. Has it nicely. Running the first run hard. Will get a single though. Yes, and coming back to the trust of the captain, because when you play a tournament like this, it's a long tournament where each and every aspect of your game will be displayed. That is where what you want to do is you want the best from each and every player. One player struggling here in one of the matches, you don't want to bring him down. You will always want to lift him up by giving him another opportunity to come back. And look what Baba Sahib has done so far. Oh, he slipped there. That's not quite his fault. I have to say that running from a fair distance, trying to save the boundary. Yes, first of all, a good shot. But look what has happened there. Oh, he slipped. Very tough for a fielder. Hope he's okay. Hope he's fine. It looks like he is. Remember one thing, that a bowler given confidence, can become something else. Yes, it's a boundary, all right, but it was equally well bowled. Look at that delivery. Look at the comeback from Baba Sahib. "24 runs is conceded, but mind you that he is very much about being accurate in this over. That boundary was something that was unfortunate, but apart from that, it's been a superb over. Let's see what happens in this. Another good delivery. It has been a great comeback. The run rate is going up. It's all right. The current run rate is fantastic. 72 now inside 7 overs. More than 10 runs per over. They're going for a big total. Bengal missed it in the first. Didn't want to miss it in the second. And that is exactly why you can see sense of urgency from each and every player out there. One batting on 14 from 12. The other batting on 30 from 16. I'm talking about Munna is. And Abhishek, of course, playing his part at this point, is going to be on strike. What's next? Gently played on the onside for a single. And that's it for this over then. 7 overs done. 74 runs on the board with a loss of 2 wickets. Time to be a little diagonal with Virat Gore. Shouldn't be any fielder there. Shouldn't be anyone standing in front of the side screen. That's what the batter was signaling there. Alright. New over. Left arm spinner tossing it up on the shorter side though. Plays a defensive shot. Remember what Abhishek is trying to do here. If you look at it very carefully from probably 2-3 overs, that he's trying to give strike to someone like Munna here. Give each and every time there is an opportunity to give strike, he says, okay, I'll just put it back to you. But what Munna has done significantly well is that he has always batted with a good strike rate. Missed it this time. Current run rate is 10.23. You have to drag it down. You have to bring it down if you want to win this match. Maharashtra can't do something that they did yesterday. So very important to come good in a match where you can't really rely on your batters to win you matches by producing some magic, going 10-12 per over. Not easy. So it has to be the bowlers supporting you at any point of the game. Miss Virat Gore looking a lot like Pragyan Ojha. If you look at his action very closely, first of all, he's going diagonal. That's a different thing. But look at that. It's not really. That's up in the air. Then he's created the opportunity and it is taken gracefully by the fielder. Very important wicket coming in. Well, he wanted to hit it over extra cover. That was not to be. A brilliant innings comes to an end from Munna. I have to say that Virat Gore producing the breakthrough might be expensive, but trying to turn the ball, trying to take it away from the right hander and turning a little bit, and that's how the wicket is lost. Time for the fresh batsman to show his class. Sujit Mandi on the shorter side and straight away hitting a brilliant shot. The fielder will come into play. And 2 runs taken from that. Excellent game of cricket this so far. Virat Gore, to be honest, the impression is told it looks a bit like Pragano's hat, but if actually closely look at it, when he delivers the ball towards the end of his run up, and so in fact towards the round of his bowling action, while he was trying to complete it, it looks like Murali Karthik. Actually, very closely we look at it, trying to give a little bit before trying to bowl it completely. And a successful over comes to an end, 79 for 3. Well, there is a run out chance here. In fact, the umpire has given it leg before. Beg your pardon, I missed it completely. Yes, leg before. Straight away given out. For a moment, I thought the runner has decided that he will run for that single, but that was not to be. Now the wicket has gone down in the process. 87 for 4. Kaushik Das looks like the man who is going to be going back to the pavilion. Oh, dive and stop. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. They're trying to make sure that the run rate goes down. It actually has gone down. Now, it's, if you look at it properly, the run rate is not even 10. It's below that. At one point they're cruising. At that point, it was looking like they'll get somewhere near 130. Now getting 100 looks top. Oh, another wicket. Straightforward catch to the fielder at Bakura point. In fact, at gully, or whatever it is, they have got another wicket. Interesting shot selection that. The shot was on the shorter side, probably kept it way wider. And a straightforward catch there. The fielder didn't bother to move at all. Catching practice. Half of the side is now back to the pavilion. 87 for 5. He steps out, but again hits it to the stump. Fantastic this. How about coming back into the match in style? Maharashtra is showing that with each and every step of their bowling. 9th over is done. It's 87. It was 87 for 5 and now it's 87 for 6, of course. This is the 10th over that is going on. The first ball of it. And the 6th wicket has gone down. Karan has picked up a wicket in the last over. Again, just doing that same line. So another single will be taken from that. Oh, there we go then. Comedy of error, you can say. Wicket in the form of a run out. Completely misunderstanding that. Pinaki wanted a single. Anviji actually sent him back. He said, if you want to take a single, come on, take it yourself. And that was not to be. Wicket number 7 goes down. What is happening out there on the first half of this match? First half of this innings, rather. It was looking like it's raining 4s and 6s. Now in the second half, it's drought. Absolute drought. Cricket is a funny game. 88 for 7. Who would have thought that? They're not going to reach 100, and that is the news. I mean, they still have a chance. It's a fact, but the way they're going, I thought 130 was on. So clearly missed 30 runs here. The way they were batting at one point, Bengal. Wonderful to see Maharashtra coming back. Short of lane delivery, no pace on that. That was the key. If you want to get your runs, get it. Oh, again a mix-up. Where was the run out chance? Missed by the bowler this time. Could have been 2 in 2. Could have been the third wicket of this over. But that was not to be. And could have been a team hat-trick. Mind you. Brilliant spell. Yes. Yes. Wickets are coming so easily now. Clean bowled. Karan Vinde is producing breakthrough when it matters and has bowled a brilliant 10th over. Ninety for 8. They're falling apart. Bengal here lost so many wickets like a pack of cats. You know, when there is a cycle stand and you just push one of the cycles and the rest of the cycles, bicycles, they fall one by one. Something like this happening here as well. 9 wickets. Exciting game of cricket from the bowlers too. Last ball. That's up in the air. Can it be another wicket? Oh yes, can you believe it? They're all out. Maharashtra has done magic. Karan Win, they will be remembering this over for a long, long time. Mind you, this is something that you don't see too often. You have to remember that this is an over where there are 5 wickets. Can you believe it? Go and get a frame of that. Get the screenshot of that. Get the screen recording of that. But remember it for a long, long time. That has to be the over of the tournament. Look at the last one. They found so many ways to get out, and the least that the last batsman could do it to hit it to straight to the fielder. The camera person out there was trying to capture every bit of it. Look at how the camera person was trying to get rid of the ball. Oh, nice. Well done. Well done. The only thing that was visible from here is that wickets, wickets, and wickets. Fantastic game of cricket. 91, 92 still is a big target, but what we just see in the final over is yet to be believed. That's it then in the first innings. 91 needed, 92 needed to win this match. Let's see who wins this match. We'll come back in a few minutes. Welcome back to the second innings. 92 required. Lot of drama in the first, lot of drama in the last over of the first innings. 5 wickets in that, and that the target actually brought down to this level. Would have thought that this will be the target, but apart from that, one thing that was quietly, you can notice is that the way Maharashtra has come back in the match. Now it's up to their batters. Can they do something that is asked to do to themselves? So first ball of the second innings. Oh, outside is the bat. Wicket keeper diving in and trying to be as special as he can be. Dot ball then. One thing you can see from that was Munna Sarkar is express pace. Yesterday, or in fact in the first match itself, we saw brilliant fast bowling from him. He is clearly one of the fastest bowlers of the tournament, but he also can move the ball a little bit. Pace and movement is a very dangerous combination. And look at that shot. Up in the air for a little period of time, but that was crisp. And he does have the protection for that. Interesting field set, because you want a deep cover for that. So that really tells you that he's happy to keep it in the right areas around that off stump, outside the off stump, maybe that fourth stump line, and trying to just keep it away from the right hander. And because he's express pace, he doesn't have a sleep at place, but he does have a third man in place, which is a lot wider. So it's the slip fielder who is standing at the third. Play and a miss. That was a nothing shot really, because on one side you really express yourself in terms of the footwork you have. But what Munna Sarkar is trying here is he's bowling extremely quick, and once you get those quick deliveries, it's very tough for you to come back, because you are committed yourself to the front foot most of the time. Again, continuing with the same kind of a field here. Third man in place, cover in place, both are outside the circle. On the shorter side, it's a mistimed pull shot. It is going over the fielder's head and might be racing away to the fence. It does. First boundary, not in the most convincing fashion, but in a 10-10 contest, it is not required to be convincing. It is important to get those runs. That's what they have done, the first of them. That's the downside of bowling quick deliveries. That's the downside of going 130, 135 plus. Straight away, you see there is a change in batters, and that's why a lot of changes in the field too. Lot of changes. What he wants now, he wants a very straight mid-off, a very wide mid-on. Mid-wicket is inside the circle, which is almost towards the cow corner region. And why is that? Cover in place, extra cover in place. He wants to bring back the fielder at third, which is almost like a back footer point here. That is a point, that is a back footer point. Very exciting field set. What's in store? He banks the ball in again, and it's mistimed again. Who is under it? No one. Only a single. Only a single. Well, we're witnessing a fantastic fast bowler here, because Munna Sarkar is clearly one of the fastest bowler of the tournament. As far as we have seen, that he's someone who has been very stable out there in terms of what he wants to do. Continues to do that. Helps it. Again, just sweetly timed. Nicely fielded at the deep 2 runs to be taken from that. Looks like that is the end of this over. None is coming back for the third then. It is a big over consisting of 9 runs. And 9 runs without a wicket in the very first over for Maharashtra. 9 runs in the first over itself. I'm joined by a very young cricket fan. That's how I like to call him, because I'm not trying to put any pressure on him. Dibya Jyoti joining me. Welcome, Dibya Jyoti. This is a game where one team had lost 5 wickets in the final over. That's a game that is very new to you.
No, not really. The game is not new to me. The last 5 wickets in the last over, I think the pressure got to them. They did not think about saving the wicket. They were just trying to score runs, and I think it's valid to lose the last 5 wickets, but not in the way that they lost it.
Yeah, so the other thing about this tournament so far is that bringing in new talents in a field where you're not expecting them to be as fit as they are, not as energetic as they are, but they are doing a great job. If you look at these players from a fair distance, you can't really find any difference between the players we see and the players we are watching right now.
I mean, from a distance we don't really see the difference. We don't see any difference. Yeah, that's correct.
All right then. As you just said that cricket is not new to you, I like to say that you play cricket.
Yeah, I like to play cricket, but due to lockdown and classes, I have not been able to. But I enjoy the game. I love to watch it. You know, it's something different. It's different than the other sports. It's a slow game in the beginning, but towards the end it becomes a battle of the wills. It's not really about fitness or anything. It's just a battle of the mind in the end.
The new generation, they love battle, isn't it? Game of Thrones. All right, coming back. Well, so you said everything about cricket, and of course you follow this game, you watch this game. You see some exciting talents, just like we have seen an exciting shot here. Fantastic indeed. There is no way you can stop it. It has gone for a boundary. Probably has gone for a 6. You never know. Boundary it is, says the umpire. Brilliant shot. Yes, brilliant shot indeed. Just picked it up from the pads. That's a nice shot. That's an Indian shot. That's a shot that most of the Indian batters play on the pads. They love to just flick it around.
Yeah, I mean, they love to play that shot. There's like Rohit Sharma, for example, he likes to bring it in close and then flick it behind the wheel.
Absolutely. So Sujit continues to bowl brilliantly, played previously around the off stump, way around the off stump, and umpire calls it a wide. Yeah. So who's your favorite cricketers? Not cricketer.
Well, MS Dhoni, that's number 1. The way he captained the team and the way he finished the game when it was required of him, and that's a great quality of his. And then Virat Kohli, second obvious, because it's Virat Kohli.
Yeah, meanwhile they've got another boundary, brilliantly played, another good shot. They're marching ahead as well. Yeah, so you mentioned about MS and you mentioned about Virat as well. The one thing that is very similar, or you can say there is a coincidence when we are talking about MS and the kind of jerseys we have seen here. One is the blue one, the one is the yellow one, and MS has played in both of them.
Yeah, it's quite ironic that we're seeing it right here, right now, while I'm mentioning that.
Since you played this game, we'll come back to you after this. Oh, cotton ball chance! For a moment, I thought this was a beauty, but that is not to be. It's a very tough call. Every time you are a batter, every time you are a bowler, and you are given an opportunity to take a catch like this, it becomes tough for you. Hit very hard, very firm, very tough it is. And talking about tough, being tough, yes, of course, you played the game as well.
Yeah.
So what's tough? Facing a bouncer or doing math equations?
Facing a bouncer, most certainly facing a bouncer. Never know where it's gonna hit you.
So good at math, it seems. Another combinations that we like to enjoy, something that fascinates us. I love maths. I hope you do.
Yeah, I love maths. even if it does not treat me well, I still love maths. It's the only thing where if you perform well, it will treat you fairly. If you don't perform well, it will also treat you as that.
Something that is
Reminiscent.
exactly, you call it right, and very familiar with the fact that cricket also brings that kind of skill. That every time you put something in cricket, you get the better of that thing too. So, I mean, any idea about or any hope about the fact that you will be a cricketer in future, or just for fun?
I mean, as of now, I have no prospects of seeing cricket as my future. But for fun, yeah, definitely. I hope to play so much more. Like, I want to play more than I am right now. Yeah, it's just a very enjoyable game. It's a very fun game. And there's various formats also, so you can pick and choose according to your liking.
Because you're a student and you love science, as far as I know, because you say you love maths. So I assume that you must be loving physics too, because it's like that. All right. So cricket is a game of physics. You know that. So a lot of mathematics too here, and because it's a number game. So tell me why none of the cricketers like mathematics, because it is a game of maths, it is a game of physics, but none of the cricketers, apart from a few, I can say that. Okay, you name Anil Kumble, Ravichandran Ashwin, they are good at maths too, but barring them, none of them really cared about mathematics. Why?
Well, I can't comment on what they love and all, but from what one of my friends is playing at the district level for Odisha, and he loves maths. So as far as I have seen, all the cricketers love maths.
All right, then. So the format's getting shorter and shorter now. 50 over cricket, 60 over before. Test cricket was always there, 60 overs, 50 overs, and they're thinking to make it 40 now. We already have a T20, now T10. This is a T10 game going on. So the shorter the format, do you like it that way or you like test cricket?
Well, each format has its own advantages and disadvantages. I mean,
I'll come back to that. A lot of appeal in that, and umpires unmoved. Yes, you can go on.
well, I mean, each format has its own advantages and disadvantages. T20 provides a more exciting form of cricket, I would say. But Test cricket is planning in days, not in hours. You have to foresee what the other team will do.
Meanwhile, there is a chance of catching, and it is taken beautifully. There we go. Then the important wicket of the match has come. The breakthrough that was required is finally given by Indranil. First with the bat, now with the ball. He is shining bright for Bengal. Maharashtra has lost the first wicket, and this is how they've got it. Again, express pace, and again, just banging the ball in. It's a very different strategy from what we have already seen in this tournament, because most of the bowlers pitch it in the right areas, pitch it up, got the breakthroughs. But these bowlers try to bang the ball in, keeping it in the shorter side and getting those wickets. So wicket number one goes down. I'll come back to you. Of course, in the era of Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, good to see that people are still going for longer ones, because the attention panels are getting shorter nowadays. So Jainji still love Test cricket, right? Jainji still love Test cricket.
Yeah, Gen Z still love Test cricket, but Gen Z also don't have a lot of time to follow it as much as older people do. So T20 is a better format for them, or even an ODI is better.
T10.
T10 is also fantastic, especially for school children. School children who don't have much time, have a lot of studies. T10 is a brilliant way to play.
Fantastic. All right. The other thing about, every time you sit with a youngster, as William Shakespeare most of the time called it, that if you want to be young, then you want to be friends with young people. That's how you are young. That's the only way you can be young. So every time you sit with people who are younger than you, belongs to a different generation, not like I'm from 1960s. It's a different thing. But yeah, so you tend to know what they're thinking about the game. And since here we're talking about cricket, another beautiful shot, a single will be taken from that. So, what aspects of the game are still exciting for you? I mean, is it the fast bowling? Is it the batters going for the big ones, or the fielding, or the athletic part of it? What do you like the most?
Well, what I like the most is not what most people like. It's the pacing of the match by the batters, how they pace the game. It varies from format to format. Like Test cricket, you want to bat, you want to save your wickets and bat. ODI, you have to wait till the 40 overs are over. Then last 10 overs, you just go berserk. T20, you just have to hit and hit and hit. So yeah, that's what I love, how they pace the game, uh, how it shows the value of patience and the spirit of going on and determination.
It doesn't look like I'm sitting with a guy who's starting his 10th. Looks very matured. Looks like he's into spirituality. What is happening to these kids nowadays? Polarization. On one side, they're going very, very much like into this YouTube shorts zone. The other side is very beautiful. Peasants, the virtue of peasants, spirituality, mental game, etc. These kind of words coming in as well. Very surprising for me.
I mean, every coin has two sides. No one person is single dimensional, I would say. Everybody is unique. Just like this game over here, where the bowlers are not bowling exactly as the other bowlers have been doing in the tournament. They're doing it in a very different manner, and they're getting results.
I'll come back to the match. 68 runs required from 42 deliveries. Do you think that it will be easy for Maharashtra?
I mean, 62 runs from 48 deliveries is certainly achievable, but they need to keep their cool right now.
Yeah, so 9 wickets in hand too. And Akash Singh, 42 deliveries, not 48 deliveries, 42 deliveries of course. Yeah, so Akash Singh has been given the opportunity. We've seen so many left arm spinners and treated very differently. Another single will be taken. And if you look at Pranil More properly, the way he was batting, now he was on strike, he'll go to the non-striker's end. Just 2 deliveries, but he has shown one thing, that it's all about going across the line and play the shot instead of playing the straight batted shot, the lovely cricketing shot, the Virat shot, the Rohit shot. He's just trying to be very sluggish.
I mean, yeah, it's a fantastic shot. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have used it very well in their careers, but it's a shot that can also give an easy wicket to the other team.
You mentioned about them, they normally play that shot after getting set. They don't play that from ball number 1. This is the second delivery that the Pranil has faced, and of course the 7th one for Indrajit. But they keep on playing these shots, maybe because of the pressure of run rate as well, you never know. But you have what the bowling team has done here is, if you look at it properly, that have backed the offside. So not a lot of boundary options are there on the offside. So you have to think about scoring it on the onside, especially behind square, towards the square leg or towards the fine leg or this region, not that region. So that is where I think it's important for the batting unit to be a little innovative and bring in those Gen Z shots, those paddle sweeps, the scoops and all.
I mean, there are situations where you use traditional cricket shots, but I think this in the T10 format, you need to use a new variety of shots where you don't have a lot of balls to get this amount of runs, especially 92. Very difficult target for them. But if they manage to achieve it, I believe they'll go a long way in the tournament.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. The other thing is, now whenever you try to play the lap shot or the scoops or using the pace of the ball, remember it's the spinner bowling, so it's very tough for them to actually use the pace of the ball. You can't do that. You have to go on that direction, and this time it's a fantastic connection. Gets a 6, lovely shot.
Absolutely fantastic. It's wonderful shot, wonderfully timed.
Say what happened there.
And you can see that he has swung his bat with his mighty arms and hit the ball for a six.
Very rightly said. Using all the strength that he has. This time, appeal from the wicketkeeper, but how cleverly was that done? The last delivery was around middle and leg and hit it too long on, or mid wicket for that matter. Next delivery was way outside the off stump. Changes the line of the ball, changes the length of the ball.
Yeah, the batsman was not expecting that. He changed his variation a little bit. The batsman was not expecting that and almost got out. And you can see that on the offside, now that they have packed their fielders, they can't really get boundaries over there. And boundaries are what they need. So they are slowly building up pressure on the batsman.
Well, I'm not trying to put pressure on you. 4 overs done. It looks like it's end of this over. 34 for 1. We'll keep on talking about how this game can be more beautiful with some beautiful people out there. One more over. All right, so 34 for 1, 6 overs to go. 58 runs required from 36 deliveries. Let's see who wins this. Yeah, I'm not trying to put pressure on you, as I said, but imagine you being the captain of the batting side. So what sort of a strategy that you like to apply at this point?
Well, I'd want to. Oh, that's a brilliant 4. Edged it. Yeah, like I was saying, as the captain of the batting team, I'd like to keep the good batsman in the. Oh, you can see that it was a brilliant outside edge. The wicketkeeper did not see that coming. As the captain of the batting team, I'd like to keep the openers on for as long as possible. Keep taking singles and doubles, but also getting the occasional boundary in the middle. And in the last 3-4 overs, really turn it on and start getting the big overs in to get to that target of 91.
Fantastic. This, assuming that most of your teachers are South Indian, because you're getting a South Indian accent.
My maths teacher is. Yeah. Okay, maths teacher, really.
You say.
Oh, nice ball. Batsman could not meet that.
Yeah, so coming back to what they can do, same question. If you are now the bowler's captain, imagine you standing there, imagine you following your idol MS Dhoni, what would you like to do? Another good shot, equally well fielded, another single. Yeah.
If I was facing my idol, MS.
You are the captain of this situation.
Oh, and my wicket keeper was MS Dhoni.
Yeah.
I'd give charge to MS Dhoni. But yeah, I'd follow the strategy that the fielding team is following right now. It's a brilliant strategy. They're just not allowing them to get runs. Pressure is being built up in their minds, like we're not getting runs, we need to get runs. And eventually, like that shot was played, they're getting desperate. So that means that they're putting pressure on them that they're not getting runs. So Yeah, that's the strategy I would follow. It's a very good strategy for a T10 game, putting pressure on them early on, for any game really.
Looks very studious. Since you also come from, you love your maths and physics as you just call it. Are you the one who understands DL method?
Understands which method again?
DL method, duck put loose, the rain. I'm talking about the DL method, the DLS method. They call it Duckworth-Lewis method. When you get a rain and that you get the score down. So you understand that method?
I mean, certain parts of it I do. Sometimes they'll give such absurd targets, I'll have no idea. I'll feel like I don't understand this method. But I think it's a fair method, But taking the average strike rate of the team is not the best, I believe. We should take the strike rate at that point of time. But
yeah. So the other thing is, of course, not just the average part of it. There is another thing that is called BJD method, which is doing that as well. So they're actually bringing the pace of the game into play. So that looks like the better method to me. And in domestic matches, we use that too. So fantastic to know that. 45 for 1. Last ball of this over. We'll keep these conversations going. Dot ball to end this over. Yeah. So it remains on 45 for 1. Welcome back. 5 overs remaining, 47 to get. Let's see who wins this. So yes, 47 runs and 30 deliveries with 9 wickets in hand. That's the most important thing. They have 9 wickets, and you don't carry the wickets to the next match. You want to use them all in this, right?
yeah, exactly. They should start taking risks, start playing the big shots, just like the fielding team did in the last innings. They lost 5 wickets, obviously, but the strategy in their head was correct. They tried to play the big shots, but they got out.
Directed and look like they are celebrating. No, they're asking questions to the umpire, and umpire has completely ignored it. When you download a new mobile app, you ignore the terms and conditions. That's how it was ignored.
I mean, they must feel bad. A direct hit is not that easy. But yeah, that happens. The umpire says no, so it's not out. You keep trying. Great throw, direct hit, but unfortunately the batsman was too fast for him.
It's getting tough for them. They have to go for the big ones. They have to find a way to get the big ones. That's what happens. This ball, he steps out and he's out here. Once you miss deliveries like this, you have to go back to the pavilion. They call it you miss, I hit.
Exactly. You miss, I hit. Well, now a new batsman comes in. He has the pressure of the team on him. But if he can handle it well and take it well,
this is how.
And we can see fantastic delivery. The batsman was unable to capitalize, unfortunately.
Yeah, another wicket has gone down. It's a game of cricket which is absolutely funny. Sometimes it produces some amazing results. Maharashtra at one point were looking like, in fact, it's Bengal were looking like they'll get 130. Didn't get that. They get only 90, 91 around that. 91, I think. Yeah. So Maharashtra at one point were going bang bang from the first two overs when we were at the com box as well. Now, all of a sudden the runs are not coming and they've lost wickets as well. Two of them very quickly. And meanwhile, gives us a chance to know someone who's by my side more. Yeah, so anything that you like to learn from cricket and use it in your life?
Well, I think one can learn many things from cricket. It has a lot of lessons that are applicable in life. Having patience, taking the risks, playing the big shots. Yeah, you can take a lot of life lessons from it. I'd just love to play Test cricket and learn to be patient. Just face the barrage from the bowlers, and just have the patience to wait, and then play the big shot. Take my risk.
The other thing is a very serious question, of course. That of course it's about cricket you mentioned, but particularly when you know that players like this playing. I mean, I'm talking about deaf cricket has been given an opportunity at this level, and this is the 7th edition of it. First time Odisha is the host as well, and Odisha has been a brilliant host. We host well. We'll talk about that. That's a different thing. But you don't have something, but to overcome that and to be able to play at this standard, you got to learn a lot from these guys as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I cannot imagine the struggles that they must have faced to even get started in cricket in the first place. And their dedication to the game is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, the other thing that I want to add is every time you talk about good cricket or anything beautiful in cricket, we talk about sound, isn't it? We talk about the sweet spot of the bat, the sound, the cover drive, or sometimes the bowler hit the stump, that sound. So imagine cricket being that beautiful without the sound of it. Hats up to these guys. Nothing short. It has to be a catch. Oh, it was missed completely. Overran? That's the problem, right?
I mean, it's a backwards running catch, not the easiest catch to take. You can't see the ball coming from behind you. So, good effort, but a wicket would have been nice at this stage, would have put a lot of pressure on Maharashtra.
Nice. What else? 6 overs done, 50 for 2. We'll come back to have the conversation. Of course, we're continuing that. Yeah, so good time to ask you, apart from cricket, what else excites you? Don't say esports.
Not esports, but F1 racing. That's very interesting. It's also like cricket. It's a team game. People think that it's just drivers running around in a circle. That's not it really. I mean, there's the pit crews, there's the engineers, and then there's another technical team broadcasting it to you. It's a very interesting thing to see. And the results change. It's just like cricket. Very exciting.
Great. So that's a good thing to know. I must be hopeful about the fact that the youngsters of India are still very excited about picking up one sport at least. They love sport as much as we used to do in our childhood.
Yeah, I mean, every kid loves sports. Some don't, but everybody has something to like in sports. Some people like horse riding, some people like golf, some people like high energy sports like football and cricket. In sports there is something for everybody to enjoy, and it's a great set of games really. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're talking about greatness. Look at this particular match, evenly poised. Steps out, trying to beat the fielder and trying to take a run out of almost nothing here, but completed that. Hot and humid conditions as well plays a part.
Oh yeah, the weather definitely plays a part here. I have played a lot in the morning and it is not good. You lose.
I can now. 54 for 2, they're still lagging behind.
Yeah, they need to start playing the big shots right now. We can see that they have been trying for the past 2 overs, I believe. They need to start playing the big shots to get the difference between the amount of balls and the runs down.
Take that for connection, take that for an effort. Eventually it has gone for a boundary, all right. But everything was great about that. So was the result. It is a 6. Excellent connection. Yeah, it was going straight forward to the fielder. In fact, the fielder tried his level best to get there. It's a different thing that it was not a wicket. But that's a nice way to end this over. We'll talk about that. Take a look at this shot now. Flat batted shot. It's almost like a slap. And then, what is happening at the dip? Trying to get the best of what has happened. Yeah, so brilliant effort, but when in Ben, 60 for 2 in 7 overs. Yes, and coming back to the effort, of course. I mean, every time you see something like that, that is the beauty of cricket. It's a 6 given. The beauty of cricket is one player trying to give his best on the field that just, lifts the whole team up.
Yeah, I mean, once one player starts performing, you get the confidence. If he's doing this, I can also do this. As we can see here, now that he has played the 6, he has slightly more confidence. He believes that he can do this, and I believe that, and I think we're gonna start seeing more of these shots very soon.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Conditions changing slightly. It's a little bit overcast. Little bit. Sun always plays a bit of hide and seek in this part of the world. So far, one thing is pretty is that we have not lost any matches due to rain. That's a news in Odisha, I have to say that. Clicked it for a single. He wants to come back for the second. No, only a single, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the weather changes here in a second. So but these conditions I would say are quite nice. I mean, the sun is not beating down on you, so it's nice to play in these conditions. There's a slight wind also, so it helps the batsmen and the bowlers cool down.
Very out of the box question. Now since I'm been a professional commentator, I'm trying to learn a lot of changey words that I can use in commentary. I'm still not getting a lot of millennial words. So just think about someone who is not using the millennial words. Now he's trying to get the changey words to be as relevant as possible to the best of the people, to the generation that matters. Meanwhile, we've got a wicket. Meanwhile, we've got a wicket because Indranil once again preferred that line, hitting the stumps. We'll take another look at it and then come back to, of course, that question. But they've lost the wicket at the wrong time again. Look at it. The batter had different plans. The bowler says, I'll keep it simple. Straight, wicket to wicket bowling. Again, the you miss, I hit kind of delivery has come and it has produced a wicket. A new batter will come in and he will definitely be having some pressure here. Pressure of scoring those runs, pressure of keeping wickets in hand too. Yeah, so I expect you to teach me a few formal Genji words that can definitely be used in commentary. Of course, not on air, off air, of course. Yes. So you like the fact that the cricket commentary is also trying, I'm talking about the fraternity, of course. They're trying to be as relevant as possible to the people who matters the most for the country now.
So cricket commentary. I mean, without cricket commentary, you'd be unable to understand the game. Like people who are new to the game won't be able to understand it, and it just provides another sense of excitement. I mean, you are a professional commentator. Like had I just seen a six, I would have been like yeah for a second, and it would have died down. So what I'm trying to say is commentary plays a very important part in while cricket is being broadcasted to our television screens. So yeah, it's important for these commentators to learn learn new words to stay relevant, because as their job is so important.
Mistime shot. Oh, he's trying to be sensational there. It still is. The only thing that is there that they've not lost a wicket here. We'll try to look at it again. Nothing short really. Look at the fielder. Could have been one of the catches of the tournament so far. Diving and taking a catch like this is never easy. Yeah, so you're right about imagine India winning the World Cup, MS Dhoni hitting the seat without Dhoni finishes off in style, and also looks empty, isn't it? So yeah, so right. But talking about commentators, who is your favorite commentator?
You are my favorite commentator. Oh, and that's a catch. Wonderfully caught.
Wonderful catch. Everything going wonderful here in the com box, on the field. Indranil keeps on picking up wickets. That's its third wicket, it seems. Yes, 3 of them. He has not considered anything, to be honest. Only 5 runs. Another wicket has went down. So many wickets today. Count the number of wickets. It will probably beat Javan's box office collection. This is how it has happened. I told you it is a game of wickets. It is a game of not timing it well. Once again, no real timing, misleading shot. And the only way you can really survive is by having a lot of luck. That was not to be. He has to go back to the pavilion. Yeah. So since you just took my name just 2 minutes earlier, I have to say you have a wonderful career in politics. Just kidding.
Yes, politics, my favorite thing. Yeah, it's a wonderful game we have got going on here. West Bengal dominating currently.
Little louder.
West Bengal dominating currently, but the games can tie. And a shot. It's a double. They're taking 2 runs. Good shot. Tried to go for the boundary. Unfortunately, could not get enough power.
Right. So 64 for 4, and the big shots are not on. Required run rate is now 14. It's climbing up.
Well, they need to get it down as soon as possible. They need someone who can take on the pressure and play the big shots. Hopefully it's one of these two. They could have created a partnership in the beginning, but Indranil is just that good. He did not let that partnership be created. The whole team has been putting in a great effort.
Absolutely. And trying to play like a team Maharashtra, but trying to make a mark, but falling apart here. And just to remind you that this is only the first game of today's. We have 2 more games too. So 3 matches every day in this lovely tournament, the 7th edition of it. And as I was mentioning, IDCA, from IDCA to ODCA. Of course, you'll be knowing a lot about this. Your father is absolutely involved in this, Mr. DK Misra. And yeah, so every time you see these players playing this game and playing this game with grace, with given opportunity, it just feels good, and world looks like a better place. All you want is a few more boundaries and look little better. 2 more runs.
Yeah, absolutely. when people are given, I would say, when you ask a person who the smartest man in the world is, people say it's Albert Einstein. But we do not actually know whether it's Albert Einstein or not. Because many people are not given the opportunity he had. So I feel like if we give these players such an opportunity, I think they can go leaps and bounds.
The required run rate climbing up really, going over 14 now, 14.18. Imagine that being the GDP of a country.
I mean, it already is China. Oh, mistimed shot. And they capitalize. It's a wicket.
It looks like they're falling apart here. Another wicket has gone down. This is probably the match, one of the rare T10 match where they're losing wickets after wicket. This has gone really high up in the air and it is well taken, to be honest, by the bowler. Cotton bowls are never easy. You know, you are on your follow throughs and you try to be as calm as possible. But
The ball as a bowler, you're finishing a motion. And another one bites the dust. Now the score is 66 for 5. Run rate climbing up slowly.
good to see that your general knowledge is great too. I said the 14 point something. You say China. What's the the thing about the GDP and all is that before some years it used to be the words of some experts. Now each and every person knows about GDP, knows about the happiness index, which is more important nowadays. The other things, economics, just like cricket, has been very popular.
Well, I would say that now news channels and many channels and social media is propagating these economic facts. Like everybody in our country is getting to know about it. So it's a democratization of these economic terms, just like the democratization of cricket we are seeing here with this tournament. Oh,
Brilliantly bowled, and looks like another wicket. There it is. Run out. That probably was the only thing left in this innings. Finally happened. Run out. Run out. Run out. Run out.
Stumping. Run out.
Well, there is a debate about this being run out or stumping. I think because they're trying to get the runs, I think this will be run out. Yeah.
Second one pass kar jayche na.
Yeah, so they've got the wicket in the form of a run out, and it is important to look at it again. That's it all. Missed it, wanted a run, desperate. Underarm throw this, run out. Yeah. Losing wickets after wickets. Yeah, so the other start that I can just see here, that the current run is going something around 7 point something, if I'm not 7.76 the current run rate. They should go at 17.13. The current run rate is the return you get when you do an RD, and the 17 point something, now it becomes 19. It's the return that you'll get when you invest in shares.
Well, I mean, they need to score runs at this point. They aren't. I don't think Maharashtra can win this game anymore with the rate they have been losing wickets at. Bengal is keeping their calm. I think West Bengal is gonna win it.
Let's hope that, because this will be for the first. Oh, run out chance again. Where is the bowler? He says it's a piece of cake. He can come back and make that dismissal tomorrow as well. He had a lot of time. Another wicket has gone down. It's like a sip of water. We're having a conversation, and another wicket has gone down. It feels like we're watching the highlight of Asia Cup final.
Yeah,
गोल कौन है इसको
definitely.
लेफ्टी वाला मारला लेफ्टी वाला को टाइम नहीं आसीबा पे कि तो ये पड़ै छ रनर पड़ै छ कारण से तार ऑफ स्टिक रे मारछ ना ता पाखरे टाइम नहीं
They, the runner on the non-strikers and began running. The batsman on the strikers and really had no choice but to run. Otherwise, his teammate would lose his wicket. And Bengal currently dominating here, 66 for 7, 8.5 overs.
And coming back to that, this will be the first time when a team from East India will be winning one match in this tournament, because Odisha has lost the first match, Bengal has lost their match too. And good to see that at least they're making a mark. East India, you know, this part of the India also has a lot of talent. Saurav Ganguly coming from this part of the world, MS Dhoni coming from the eastern part of India too. And that's the beauty of India, right? So many people, different cultures, bringing different aspects to cricket as well. I mean, another shot. Oh, chance of a run out too. Another underarm throw. How do you define that? It's about not having the kind of understanding that you should have. But apart from that, you have to say that it's the pressure of runs that is taking the better of these batters out there. Looks like that is the end of this over. 9 overs done. 67 for 7. We'll keep on talking with Dibrijit. Yeah. I forgot the name. That's a very.
Even I
keep on meeting so many people. So. Last over. When a team fall like this, what's the phrase that you use? Falling like a carts, or what else you use nowadays?
crumbling like a castle made of sand.
Good one. And that's the thing about youngsters. They bring something exciting every time you talk to them. Play enemies. Now imagine this being the game where you require something around 24, it seems. Yeah, 24 runs required, and you have 4 deliveries left. It's not happening. In 2016 T20 final it happened. Carlos Brathwaite, 4 sixes. Remember the name.
Absolutely, that was a fantastic game of T20. Just like this fantastic game of T10 where Bengal has absolutely managed to dominate. From the first 2 overs where Maharashtra was whacking their balls left and right. Now they have brought down their castle.
Absolutely, and the other thing is, look at the batters and look how they perform. Most of the time they played some rash shots. This is a wicket where you have to play with the straight bat to get those runs. So if you don't have that technique and you bring something else, that looks like a good shot though. And looks like it's gonna racing away. No, the outfield playing a bit of villain role out there. 2 runs to be taken. Yeah, so coming back to that point of not having the technique or the aspect of the batting where you need to hit straight through cover to long off to get those runs. It's like, staying in US and trying to buy in euros. That's never going to happen, right?
I mean, batsmen have to be proficient in every shot. They're playing at different venues, so they need to have a mix of shots in their bag. Otherwise, each venue is different. You can't play the shots at the same venue. You might be able to, but it's not going to carry for each and every venue you play at. So yeah, they must be proficient in several shots.
And meanwhile, that's it from the first match then. It's a comfortable win for Bengal. In the first match, they were done and dusted, but in this match, they came good at the right time. They made sure that every dimensions of the game were taken care of nicely. They did that in style. So congratulations to Bengal, and we'll come back for the second match after a few minutes. Thank you so much. You can say thank you.
Thank you for watching this match, and stick around for the next match. It's going to be a very exciting one. It's
a really exciting one, and I will like to say thank you to Dibajit for being with us as well.
Thank you for having me here.
Imagine me saying this for 10 overs only.
Finally go win. Kiritla.
Bengal
by what margin?
by 19 runs. Big win.
Final कब है? Sunday.
1 तारीख को.
ಹಲೋ ಹಾಂ ಇದ್ರಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದ್ರಿ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾಗ